Oh yes, this Meltdown gets much, much better. So you might want to watch the whole thing. I'm Tyler Zed. Welcome to Zeducation. Rhetoric and propaganda from the Democrats have resulted in recent violence and even more hysteria. Case in point, the meltdown I'm about to show you. This video was captured by Ashley St. Clair in Colorado. So after this video, be sure to go follow her on Twitter. I'll put the link to her profile in the description. But first, we have to review this. We have to review this epic meltdown.
Savannah. That flag and the troops are the reason you're able to out here.
Oh my God. Looks like Mrs. Garrison came down from South Park.
You're the last time you fought for privileged ass. Get the out of here now!
You're a Cobra shell.
The troops.
That, as veteran, that pisses me the hell off. Especially looking at this prick and what he's protesting. This is the guy, if he was in my basic training flight, he would have been the guy pissing his bed every single night. He would have been out in 2 weeks because of shin splints or acid reflux.
White supremacists! White supremacists! White supremacists! Or what?
Also have the right.
No matter which side we're on.
We also have the right to use that
I'm gonna
flag.
get out of your face, or what? I have a question for you now. You are more concerned with a piece of cloth than people who are locked in cages. Children, right in front of you.
Just a piece of cloth. This lady obviously doesn't have the ability to have an in-depth thought and the symbol that the flag represents. The flag is supposed to represent unity with Americans. These people in these detention centers are not Americans. They broke the law. They broke the law when they came across the border illegally. They didn't do it the right way. All we're asking is they do it the right way. And the kids in cages thing. I hope she was out protesting. I hope she was out protesting back in 2014 over this. I hope she was. But I don't think she was.
Nothing matters.
You don't know me. You don't know where I'm from. You don't know what I'm saying.
You don't know me.
Stand here and defend this. Optics will never matter.
Look at this poor bastard. Look at him. He's trying to hold her back. This guy here, he's just stuck. Like 8 years ago, he was a believer, a Justin believer. Got the haircut and everything and just didn't transform with Justin. Poor bastard.
So we can have oil from other countries. You support the troops so that we can have oil and kill innocent people for oil. That's cool.
You're a Cobra shell.
The troops.
You support the troops
But,
so
like,
that we
what are
can
we
kill
doing?
people
Like,
for
can you
oil.
explain to me
Go
what we're
ahead
doing
and
protect
distribute
freedom,
this.
right? Like,
Go
what
ahead
our
and
troops are doing.
distribute it. Go ahead and distribute it. Go
No,
ahead.
like, what are they specifically
Go ahead
doing?
and distribute it.
What is free?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Go ahead and distribute it. What's up, ho? You. Yeah, I hope this shit goes viral.
I don't even know what to say at that last part. This is a real person that is suffering grade 10 TDS, like to the max. There's no question. I think she's actually nuts. It's funny to laugh at people like this, but the not funny part is that these people are serious. They truly believe this, and they're spouting this. And why are they spouting this? Because they are victims of the propaganda that people like AOC are pushing. The concentration camp narratives. Like I said before in my last video and in this one, they weren't out there doing this in 2014. I know because I was stationed in Texas where we actually housed kids, just kids, unaccompanied kids, in one of the old dormitories on my base. There was nobody protesting. Nobody was protesting. I didn't see these people there. Where were they then? Under Obama. Why was it not a problem then? And why is it a problem now? Again, they're victims of propaganda. While AOC spouts her trash, there are people ransacking the flag and putting up a Mexican flag and an upside down police American flag with the blue stripe with blood on it. While that's happening this week, an Antifa member commits a terrorist attack in Washington, and there's almost zero coverage of it in the mainstream media. And when it was covered, in this case by the New York Times, no mention of Antifa. None. How are you not disavowing Antifa? And there's politicians like Keith Ellison with pictures promoting Antifa. And when stuff like this happens, they don't condemn it. And then you get into social media. If you're on Twitter, you probably know who this guy is because he spouts some of the worst propaganda and most annoying falsehoods out there. He has over 1 million followers, and this is what he said before the Antifa attack. History has taught us that concentration camps should be liberated. Again, concentration camps, putting that out there. We cannot and should not wait until 2020 with the hope that we defeat Trump to free these children. We should liberate them now. By any means necessary. By any means necessary. Literally calling for violence. Calling for violence. A dog whistle. Just dog whistling, hoping that he puts this message out there and people carry out his agenda. And they did. They did in Washington. There was a terrorist attack in Washington by Antifa. And this is what he said about that attack. We are told that this is the final letter of Willem van Spransen, who was shot and killed by law enforcement as he attempted an attack on a for-profit refugee detention center in Tacoma, Washington. It's a beautiful, painful, devastating letter. He wasn't crazy. Inaction is. He wasn't crazy. Inaction is. Again, dog whistling for violence and essentially celebrating this guy. Not long after, he deleted that tweet. These are the things that Twitter allows on its platform, but then they ban and censor conservative ideas and conservative accounts. This is yet another example of the double standard. It is insane at this point. It's so transparent. They don't even care. They don't even care to hide it. These people, Sean King, AOC, Keith Ellison, they are feeding people propaganda for their own self-interest. They are disgusting and evil human beings. Please share this video. While, yes, it is a little bit entertaining, it is also very frightening that this is our current reality of hysteria. While you're at it, please like this video. Help me get it trending. Help me let more people see it. Until next time, I'm Tyler Zed, and this is Zeducation.